podcast that floats down here.
Hi, I'm Melissa, your Stephen King veteran.
Hi, I'm Ben, the Stephen King and horror film fanboy.
And hello, I'm Luke, your first-time Stephen King reader.
And good evening. Welcome to the Floats Down Here podcast YouTube channel on Drawbridge Media, doing a live watch reactions to the 1983 Cujo. How's everyone doing tonight? So we got a bunch of people in the chat here. First timer of Lulu, I see Peter Griffin, JD, Forrest, AK, LMR, a bunch of others, DA. Thank you guys for being here. Send out the copy to this stream. If we know you, we'll get you set up on watching along with us, but we'll also give you timestamps so you can find it. You can find it on Amazon. You can find it on others. Again, this is Cujo from 1983. It was directed by Louis Teagu. It was written by Stephen King. This is he was credited as the novelist. Mostly written by Don Carlos Dunaway. Stars Dee Wallace, Daniel Hugh, and Danny Pintaro as the main cast. I haven't seen this thing in probably 32 years. I probably was like 5 or 6 years old when I saw this, and just saw it secondhand kind of thing. So I don't remember much about this. So I'm excited to watch it because it's got to be way better than the book. It just has to be better than that damn book. That was so boring. So I'm hoping to this. But joining me, as always, they're staying nice and quiet right now, is Luca Ferocious. How you doing, brother?
Oh, doing good. I glimpsed most of this movie today as I was taking screenshots. We are going to try that again. I think I have it set up. So if you are watching along on just YouTube, I'm hoping this will work. But I caught some of the movie today. It's nice. As good as the book. It's awesome.
Nice. And if you are one of our normal friends, hook up with AK or DA. They can inform you of what you need to do as well. And also joining us, though, is Glenn of House Dogue.
Hey, how we doing? You probably remember me from Roles, Plays, and Games. Right?
We do. The three and only actual streams on that channel.
Oh, there's been more than that.
Okay, the three only enjoyable streams on that channel.
Oh, got him.
So, all right, as is per usual for our tradition of these, what's everybody drinking tonight?
Glenny?
I have a Budweiser Select.
I have a homebrewed Wee Heavy beer.
Nice. And I right now I'm drinking some White Label Evan Williams bourbon, and then I have a mixed bag of fancy unknown beers that I got from a carry-out bar place. So they're like, "Here, you want this?" Yes, I do.
Sure.
We'll see.
Yeah, I do.
Sure do.
I do.
So, all right. Anybody in the chat got any questions? If not, whenever Luke's ready, we're gonna get rolling on this. Again, I don't know much about. I know the story, obviously, because we just covered it. But the movie itself, it's like, I know there's a dog.
There's a doggy.
There's a dog. He's a good boy. He's a good boy.
All right. Yeah, we'll get started. And if you're watching along at home, yeah, we're getting ready to go. So thanks for joining us. And play.
So, I don't know what I was going to say on that one.
So, this is by Daniel Blatt and Robert Singer.
Yeah, okay.
We have a spiral of red smoke or something like that.
Definitely some pretty high thematic, cinematic music leading up to the name Cujo.
So I'm gonna guess how Daniel Steele is probably Vic. Ed Lautner is probably Joe. I have no idea, honestly.
I can
Mills
I have the
Watson.
IMDb.
nor deny because I have
Danny Pintaro as Tad.
Oh, Dee Wallace is a female, and she's Donna. Yeah, Danny Pintaro. That name sounds familiar.
A little bun action. Bunny running around.
So if you're watching,
Oh, he was on Who's the Boss.
If you're watching the screenshots on YouTube along with us, they're gonna just change every 30 seconds or so. So you're gonna get a very, very low frames per second, about 1/30.
Yep, there's that bun. There's that bunny.
Oh, bun action.
Bun action.
got some, the editor Neil Travis with the bun action, running through the forest.
Classic bun action.
Buns on.
I love the you can definitely tell this is late 70s, early 80s music. It's got that peaceful, hippie vibe kind of going on.
Yeah, it's like it's a documentary of like Yellowstone or something like that.
Oh, and there's a good boy right there.
A doggo.
Big old Saint Bernard.
Beethoven.
Beethoven. The Beast, and up, he's going for that bunny.
Oh yeah, he's doing his job.
Yeah. Damn invaders. Damn varmints. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna get him. I want to touch the rabbits. That's the voice. Lenny is the Cujo voice.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. I like to pet the rabbits. And the bats.
Bunny just ran into a log.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough to get.
On a log.
But it's like, fuck you, I'm gone.
I don't know why this little time bar won't go away at the bottom, but hopefully it's not obtrusive for you.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's fine on my end.
Running through the moaning fog.
All right, he's stuck his head through this cave that's just about big enough for his head to fit. So the bunny could fit perfectly, but only the dog's head can fit in.
And honest question, have you ever heard a bat scream like that?
Yes.
Can't say I have. Really? Like that? Like low?
I caught a bat the other day, and I put it in one of those old generation buckets.
Yeah.
And like it was kind of squealing a little bit.
Well, I mean, I've heard him squeal. I've heard him squeal, but it's been more of a higher pitched up, and he just got bit.
Oh yeah,
he just got bit by the bat.
He is not a fan of those fucking bats right now. Based on the novel by Stephen King. Oh, a little house action.
There's a house.
We got
That's a big ass house.
Louis
That's a
T.
big-ass house.
involved. Oh well, yeah, they were
For a
doing pretty
struggling ad man. For a struggling ad man.
They weren't struggling. They were about to start struggling after what they thought was going to happen.
That's fair.
They were doing
That's
very
fair.
well, and they thought that they were going to start losing the business, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
And they also moved here from New York City, so I think they're probably doing okay with the cost of living. It's kind of in their favor.
Well, it's kind of reminds me of Home Alone, where Mr. McAllister has this big ass house with
90 kids and extended family that live there.
Yeah, and we have no idea what he works. McAllister works for the mob.
Yeah,
that's just
He works in food and beverage.
he works in sanitation.
There's Tad, little Tadder action.
Yeah, that's Danny from Who's the Boss. That's why I knew the name. I was
okay.
always trying to do that cool Papa Bell where you shut the lights off and you get tucked in before the lights hit the.
Try to catch it before the lights are actually off.
Right.
Makes sense. Minimize the area of contamination.
Hey, you just as long as you don't touch the bed within about 3 feet, or touch the floor within about 3 feet of your bed, you're fine. You have to do the jump because the monster's got that 3-foot reach.
I mean they are coronavirus killers,
Damn Steve Carino.
There's a little monster in the closet going on.
Little boogeyman.
That is a big ass room for that little kid.
It's a big
It's
it's a big house.
Away.
We said this already. It's a big house.
I know. I'm just saying,
big room.
But even then, Also, the way this is shot, it doesn't look like it was that far. I wonder if they shot that in 2 different rooms to make it, from his perspective, look really, really far away. And then they just walked in,
Yeah.
we're like at the bed.
Yeah, because he's a
like,
small ass
right
kid.
away. But also like the fright, kind of creating that hallway effect of this is way further than. So yeah, I don't know.
And it could be just good cinematography of giving you that feel. The kid thinks the room's so big and
Right.
so vast.
And the parents are just like, oh, that's a step and a half away. Like no big deal.
Yeah.
Got a stuffed bear that he's gonna, I guess, sleep with.
Yeah, he already
To
had
try
a
to comfort him.
parrot on his.
Yeah,
his
you can see the
bedside.
parrot right there.
Yeah, good looking parrot.
Mhm.
A macaw, if you will.
Hell, by this point, that should have been a fucking Care Bear. 1983. That was the gift of the year that year,
Yeah.
Missed opportunities.
right?
All these years later.
Product placement. I mean, it was the thing in the 80s, right? I mean,
Yeah.
they basically created TV shows because they wanted to sell toys. Mattel.
He-Man.
Right.
Was distinctly that reason.
Right, absolutely.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
And I just pissed off all the Star Wars nerds.
That's a big reason why it was originally started. So, yeah, so far this is pretty true to everything in the book so far.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like it.
I think this one King had some input, like he had like more creative input
Gotcha.
on this as well. I'm gonna pull up trivia.
There
on the
aren't
movie.
any monsters, Tad. Old Tatter. Shirtless Datter. If you
So
are
5
looking...
Saint Bernards were used for this movie. 1 mechanical head and a guy in a dog costume.
Huh. Okay. All right, let's try to count them as we go.
Yeah, see if we can spot the differences.
Now that you say that, like
that dog's been neutered.
I can believe that.
That
And
dog
there's
has it.
some scenes where it'll make sense, I think.
Oh, I'm sure, especially the mechanical head one.
Yeah. and the man of the dog I think I can tell which one that's gonna be.
Oh, Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo, actually.
Scooby-Doo.
Oh,
That's one of
baby.
the dogs.
School.
Well, that's a Great Dane.
So he's got
Yeah,
a bowl of cereal. Can't
Looks
make
like-
out what it is.
What kind of cereal he's having? There's some muffins laying out.
That looks like cornflakes, like the old school
He put
cornflakes
he
rooster.
put like a couple scoops of sugar in too.
It's probably
I don't
Special K.
know if you guys used to do that.
Tad's a responsible kid, and that cereal didn't come out for another 25 years.
Tadpole.
Tadpole.
What a nickname.
So that's okay. So
That's
here's
Steve.
Steven. Yeah, Steve. Yeah, and has a nickname
Steve-O.
for him for his kid for her kid.
Yep. So Vic is asking Tad who moved the furniture around, and Tad's like, "It was that motherfucking monster that I keep telling you about. Like, I didn't fucking touch it." There are such things
Hey,
as
Christy.
monstars. We've
Oh,
all seen
here,
Space
Christy.
Jam. There he is.
Shop cereals.
Nope, nothing wrong here. Keeps her eyes completely averted from Steve as he's there. Does her best to just not draw any attention to it.
Ooh, tennis match.
Hey, Mary. Yeah. Now they're playing tennis together. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like your wife. Whatever, whatever turns you on. A little trombone in bed. That's what
Trombone
we're
in
going
bed.
with here. Ooh, and Vic's
There's
wife
Donna.
in bed.
He just boned her.
Tromboner.
Yeah. Who's ever pulled out the trombone in bed? I mean, come on. I was more of a trumpet player, but everyone has a trombone laying around just for that reason.
It's just
As a
in
former
case.
trombone player, can't say I haven't done it.
I got tuba.
The wallpaper is awful.
Yeah.
Put your panties
Put
back
the panties
on.
back on.
She's all depressed with herself. She's like, "What did I do?"
He had a goddamn trombone.
This seems to be a decision time. Yeah, he brought the trombone out. It's over. That was it. That was the last straw.
What do we do? The family is falling apart.
Where do we go from here? Tromboner now. Turn on the lights now. Tromboner now.
Tromboner now. Gee, okay.
Smiling from ear to ear. Tromboner now.
Tromboner now.
Fuck you. You got me on that one. Well done. If you could parody a Blink-182 song, which is already a fucking parody in the of itself. Well done.
There's a couple other parody songs that we have in this household for Blink-182 songs.
I'm already having another baby, probably.
Maybe we should talk about also having another affair.
We should talk about different instruments in the bedroom.
Have you ever have you ever learned how to play the cello?
Have you ever been a 10-year-old who played the cello? You're like a wounded gazelle on the Serengeti. Walking down, bullies look at you. I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna break it.
Yeah, I like seeing Tad there. Just normal
Yeah.
family, and Vic too. I mean, it just seems
You
like
gotta love it.
pretty good dad.
He seemed like
Yeah.
a pretty cool guy to hang out with, right?
If you would hang out with
would you say
somebody,
that?
I mean, in this story, Vic would be a pretty decent guy to hang out with. I would say, of like
Yeah.
everyone we know, he's probably the most decent male figure we see.
Pocket next to the Dodson. No, motherfucker. There he is.
A mailman,
Chekhov's mailman.
or
He showed
lack,
up once.
or lack of, yeah.
Yeah.
Joe Camba.
Oh, a little referral right there from the mailman.
That's like pretty bold to do that right at the other auto shop too.
Yeah, I mean, the other
Hey,
guy said he
fuck
can't
this
do it.
guy.
He can't meet the requirements that Vic
Yeah.
has, so
Well, he said park it next to the Dodson.
Vic doesn't have time to park. I don't have time to tell you that I don't have time to tell you that I don't have change.
So I'm still waiting for the first Stephen King cameo because he used to be, or he's become lately, or he became at one point a Stan Lee style where he'd have a cameo in almost every movie.
Oh, Kingman.
Right? Wasn't he in
Yeah.
the new It?
He was in the new It.
That
He was the book
awesome.
or the
Awesome shopkeeper.
what's the name of the store? I fucking
Secondhand
know that.
Rose, secondhand
Rose
clothes.
Secondhand Clothes. That's it. Yeah.
That was a great one. Probably one of the best
There's
parts
Brett.
of that movie, and that was a good movie. I thought.
Yeah. I
Hitting
liked
the
it better
ball
the
against
second time.
The barn.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
So we're out at Camber's place.
Yeah.
There's Brett. Hey, Joe Gamba.
I'm just because I know that this scene is where a very famous line for this movie comes from, like very telling. Hey, Mandy.
Welcome. Yeah, it's not too late. We're only 15 minutes in.
Yeah.
The movie's only an hour and a half, though, which is a nice quick watch, which is good, which
Yeah.
this gives me a perfect time to say, hey, after this, check out JD's channel. They're doing
Yes.
the Alaron Kong The Land Lit RPG Book 3 chat.
Nice.
AK and JD. Definitely,
Nice.
definitely check that out after this.
Yeah, we'll link that at the end of our stream.
Those books are fun.
There he is. The doggo is back.
Doggy.
This looks like a different dog.
I think that's dog
It kinda
too.
does,
There's
yeah.
a lot more. It's a lot darker around the eyes and snoot.
And he's a bit girthier.
Yeah.
It might not. They might have had one that could chase a rabbit. That could,
Like the other one was spotted. Like not spotted, but
Yeah.
it wasn't just like fully brown, like on the shanks, if you will. Entirely different. That's not even close.
Oh, that guy, dude. That dude's
Yeah, I know.
been in-
He's been in stuff.
Yeah, let me see. What the fuck is his name? Joe Camber.
I think that's Ed Lautner.
That could be. I think you're right about that. Yep, that is Ed Lautner. Lauder.
He was in. He was like the head coach in Not Another Teen Movie.
I was
Yeah.
getting a sports feel.
He's
I
in
know.
Death Wish. I've seen him in.
I know.
like,
I've seen
wanna
him
say
in other
he's in,
stuff too.
like Shawshank for some reason.
That or he looks like somebody in Shawshank. I think. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
the same guy. I don't know. It could be.
Oh, they didn't do the line. At least not here.
Which one?
Cujo.
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 I know he was saying Cujo's
thought that
name.
was
I
in
don't.
the movie. Wait, didn't do the
The call for him.
yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah, he's been in 300 different things, but he's always that
He was
guy.
not in 300.
But 300 things.
Ah, okay.
It's a new film you can find on Pornhub.
Oh, great. I would say
We'll go there after JD's stream.
check that out after JD's
We'll put a
stream.
link in.
Oh, I'm not putting a link of that anywhere. I'm not touching that one. We do have links in our description of this video below of ways you can help support our channel, which is cool, including buying this movie and book and everything. So check those out. And if the link doesn't work to buy the book, check it tomorrow. I think I changed how I'm setting them up, and I have to update the website for it, but it will be there. And if you haven't, hit that subscribe button. No trombone.
Yeah. No instrument.
No good night trombone, if you will.
Uh-oh.
It's Church of
That-
Takanawa. Sorry.
Sharp cereal.
Nope. Nothing wrong here.
Because there's sharp things in the cereal. The kids go out and buy the cereal, I think. Cocoa Bears.
Loading
Oh.
an ad, apparently. Sorry.
Way to go.
Wish we could get the revenue, but that's all right.
We'll be right
So,
back.
make sure you pause your screen caps there, Luke.
Good call.
Yeah. And there we go. And we're back.
Oh, look at that.
That's our ass.
Rogers and mine.
Roger.
Roger, Roger.
Captain Over.
Kept it over. That would be a fun movie to do a commentary over.
Wow, you're Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
No, Robert Murdoch.
No, the one, if you guys haven't seen it, we absolutely should do a watch along, is The Room. Hands down the worst movie ever made as a feature-length film.
Oh wow,
And we got
that's
and
quite a.
we
Quite a
gotta do
statement.
it. We gotta do a stream of it or something.
Yes,
I think
it
we
has
should
to be a
just do
stream
some
and
terrible movies. Pick some awful
Okay.
movies.
do like a Mystery Science 3000.
Oh, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Mystery Science Theater.
Hi, Mark. I didn't hit her. I didn't. Oh, hi, Mark. Yeah, that's legit a line from that movie.
There's the doggo again.
Little doggo
It could be a
action.
different dog too. You never know.
That could be the guy in the suit.
God damn it, Brett. No, that's the same one we saw a minute ago, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, I think our
Kinda droopy-eyed.
screen caps are. Oh, I'll give it another second.
I need
There
to
we
see
go.
the blood on
Okay,
his
that's
nose, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, he is bleeding.
Oh, a fly.
A little
The
fly.
flies are here.
Yeah. The sound, it's too loud for him.
Oh yeah, no, he is not a fan of the grinding wheel. What's going on? Poor doggo.
Hey, Jake.
Hey,
How you
Jake.
doing, buddy?
There's Donna getting home in the old Pinto,
that the
the
Pin-
F-O space D Pinto. It's already missing an R.
The pint.
You can see it in the screen cap there. Cujo. Oh, so this is happening at his place where she's saying that she needs to
Sleeping.
cut it off.
Where
Yeah.
the trombone playing is taking place.
Is that a baby Yoda tattoo on his right arm?
Whoa.
Yeah,
it's
let's-
called
let's be
it's called
clear.
the child.
Everyone they call it the child of the show. Everyone just refers to it in the idiotic fandom as Baby Yoda. that was one of the local reporters here.
Yeah, they had like a story about the highest selling toy that was going on for whenever that came out or whatever.
probably
but-
around Christmas, I guess.
and
is
then
when I saw
somebody
that.
was like, yeah, so the highest toy is the Baby Yoda. This reporter was just like, just to be clear, it's not actually called Baby Yoda in the show. It's called the child.
Like his nerd card was offended, and he just had to clarify for everyone. It was awesome. Sorry, Steve.
Oh, that bitch ain't leaving me. Oh, hell no.
Oh, so Mary B asks, I wonder if anyone would name their dog Cujo anymore. Here,
I
Cujo.
absolutely would. Yeah.
Here, Cujo. Oh, dire Cujo. There she is. Come on. What's up, Cujo? Ooh. You're so vicious. You're so vicious. She's killing me.
Oh, look at this blinker action.
Wow, blinker action.
Trying to get
Must
right
be
in.
rush hour around here. Was it
He's
you?
just trying to turn around into oncoming traffic. That's awesome.
Ooh.
Yeah, the only way I would name my dog Cujo is if I had a Saint Bernard. Like,
Oh,
because
I
if you're gonna
think
do
I
it, you have
would.
to do it right.
Yeah, absolutely. That is not Saint Bernard's name.
Yeah,
We also did not name this dog.
yeah. That's my other thing. I've actually never named any of my dogs. I adopt them with the names they come with.
Yeah. That would be pretty brutal to try to change a dog's name on them. Like,
Yeah, I mean, in fairness, like Gunner, he was only like 6 weeks old or 12 weeks old when we got him. You know, he was first day, and we could have easily changed it, but we saw the name, was like, okay, that's a cool name. So
Yeah, I guess it depends. If they come up with a stupid name, then
yeah,
Yeah.
like Sassy. I'm not gonna have a dog named
Maisie.
Sassy. Sorry.
You did.
I changed that dog's name to Assassin. It worked great.
That's true. Hey, I had a dog named Petunia for about 15
Toonie?
years.
Yeah, you
Toonie.
can call her
Toonie
Looney,
fish.
Looney Tunes.
Toonie fish.
Toonie fish.
Toonie fish. Because she stunk like ass.
She was a good dog.
She was a good
A little
dog.
skittish to strangers, but
Yeah.
she was a good dog.
Tag was the best one around people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Poe just made her presence known. They're singing a song all day
Yeah.
long.
Cujo more is akin to Richard now, because you meet very few Richards being named anymore because of Richard Nixon.
Dicks.
You know,
Tricky
like
Dick.
because Lulu in the chat here made a comment of it's akin to like naming your kid Adolf or something. It's like that's a bit rougher. Richard would be the one I'd say after Nixon, since you don't meet many Richards.
Yeah, there aren't
you're
too many
born after
Michael Jacksons anymore either.
Mike, but that's
Michael Bolton.
Like, there was nothing wrong with that name until that no talent ass clown started winning Grammys. Samir, Naga. That's me. Naga the Ninja. It's not that hard.
groceries, run some errands, fucking the furniture guy one last time.
Well, did she fuck him, or did she just go there to say that
she cut
breaking
it
things off?
today. She didn't even give him the goodbye blowy,
Sanitizer.
send him off on a good note.
Found this in the drawer today.
Cool.
After petting Poe, I feel like she did not get her bath today, and she very much needs it. Ooh, Naga actually would be a cool dog name. Sea Water Dragon? That'd be pretty awesome. Ooh, if you guys could have cookies right now, what kind of cookie would you prefer? It's from Elmore.
A Thomas the Tank Engine or a number 3 sugar cookie?
We had each of us had a number 3 cookie today. Griffin wasn't here. I'm saving the Thomas the Tank Engine one for him.
I kind of hoped he would.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so
but that cookie was
Ramsey's
calm.
So to the chat, it was Ramsey's birthday yesterday, and with everything going on, couldn't do anything. So we'd already planned. We had like 30 cookies made for this party and all that, and so we're like, well, fuck it. We're just gonna drive. We need to get out of the house, so we just drove him to like all of our family members. We went to Luke's house first, which is a couple blocks away, or a block away. Then we went out to her sister Melissa's, her brother Daniel's, and like looped around looking at houses out in that area on our way out. Which is like
it was almost like a Secret Santa thing, because we heard the mailbox and was like, what the hell was that? And Poe kind of like hesitated. I was like, was it a thing? I see you walking back to your car. I was like, wait, I have Tupperware to give back to you, but you were already gone.
Yeah, it was just we were just popping in and out. Okay, so this is Charity.
Yes.
Here,
not Charity Burbage.
Not Charity Burbage.
Not Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Glenn, what kind of cookie would you have if you could choose a type of
cookie to have right now?
Yeah. And you have to choose. You have to choose. You have to choose.
Kind of like them all.
You can't celebrate their entire catalog.
I guess maybe an Oreo or one of those big ass chocolate chip cookies you get from like the store, the variety pack.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
or
I was
even
thinking
like the white chip macadamia nuts from
macadamia.
Subway.
I was gonna say the oatmeal from Subway, oatmeal cookie from Subway.
Those are good.
Fan of that one.
A slightly healthier choice.
It's not Aunt Anne's, the other mall store that has the cookies. Mrs. Fields, I think.
Yeah,
they have those giant, those giant chocolate chip cookies. Oh, and there's George.
Hey, George.
Giorgio.
I think I'm feeling a fudge covered Oreo. That's what I'm in the mood for right now. Those are fucking awesome.
Right now, I really would like a peanut butter, just like a peanut butter sugar cookie.
Yeah, not bad. There aren't that many bad cookies out there. Let's be honest.
So, yes, there are Samoas. Those are bad cookies.
Samoas are good. I like Samoas.
Bad cookie. They deserve a
bad
swat of the
cookie.
nose like a bad cookie. Bad cookie.
So we're seeing Gary.
He's got a hams. Is that a hams?
He's drinking hams. He is there. It is. There it is. I knew that was one of the things. After Carrie, I actually went and inspected the screenshots to make sure there was no potentially nude scenes because I was wary of it, knowing the relationship with Steve and Donna. I was like, you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, the worst thing is a trombone.
The worst thing is just a tromboner now.
Armageddon. Oh, come on. Somebody's got to get that joke.
Armageddon. Oof.
He kept screaming, Armageddon, Armageddon.
Oh yeah. You can have fun with that one, Benj. That one's all you.
So, all right, cracking open the first of the random beers. This is Radler Lager Grapefruits.
Oh, Radlers are pretty cool beers. That's where are they at? Radler's actually a beer style, but
Yeah, this is Two Pitchers Brewing. Sorry.
gotcha. I was gonna say Radler's a style, which is a pretty good
fair
style.
Fair enough. Yeah, no. Shout out to Narwhals. Narwhals Crafted in St. Charles, Missouri. They do normally just the frosty like slushy drinks.
Ah, yes.
But they are selling online right now, like to go, and they have an option for a build your own 6-pack kind of thing. So for the same price of one of their things, you build a 6-pack. It's like,
Nice.
well, sure, I don't want a slushy, but I'll do a 6-pack, and they got all, some locals and some out there's.
Well, I heard like in the state of Missouri, I'm sure it's like this in other states too, but there's like some place that was trying to sell margaritas, but you can't actually sell margaritas. You have to sell the mix, like the ingredients and shit like that.
Yeah, there's a couple bars around here. Not sushi. What's the one? Damn it! If I think of it, I will give them a shout out because hey, anybody that's helping do their part in these times, I don't care if you're not supposed to be doing it, you're helping out.
Cheers to you.
Yeah.
But don't break the fucking rules. So Steve came to Donna, right? And this is closer to what we saw in the book, where that in the book it was all kind of one scene. Here they've kind of split it, and he's frustrated and shows up pissed, which I think it's a good change. He comes in mad, and she has a hard time pushing him away.
The milk has been spilled.
And the milk, she's about to cry over some spilled milk, which, as the old adage goes, shouldn't do. But Tatter is worried about the milk, and here comes Vic. Looks like.
Why cry over the spilt milk?
Spilch.
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 Is that a Harry Potter character?
August Spilch.
Spilch.
So he at this point he knows.
Funny.
Like he figured it out.
Bottle. Yeah, he
Vic
basically
figured out. So there's no. Yeah, I was looking away because I didn't see him walk in on it entirely.
Yeah, he basically just Vic walks in after that kind of happens and sees the spilled milk and
Just puts two and two together.
yeah, and he just says,
Yes or no.
yes or no,
Yeah,
and which is I don't know, it's less drawn out, right? And
yeah.
it's more of just I think it leaves a lot of guesswork on our part of him. It puts a lot of words together that we don't need to see on screen of where he's been in his head, I guess.
Sitting in the park, doing all that, and even then with the letter thing, that's hard to come across on an audio video medium. You have to like read the exact letter, and or you just get that weird reading out. Oh, I fuck, it's like I'm okay with those kind of changes. Like where you can't really get in the heads of the people.
Right. You
You know,
just
you have
kind
to
of
make it a bit more
allude
obvious.
to, hey, this has been a thing. Like, just you word it a certain way that it leads to, you know, past thoughts that lead to the way they say it. It's loaded, basically, right?
Yeah.
Still, overall, this has been pretty close to the book. I mean,
Yeah.
there haven't been any major structural changes to the story whatsoever. I mean, it's all, I would say, highly close.
Yeah. They're even talking about the words, the monster words.
Right, absolutely, yeah. They were saying
you
them
know.
earlier.
Yeah.
Well, I think Tad was saying them before the parents got in the room when he started freaking out that first night.
Yeah.
Taking
Take
Joe
the Joe
Canvas.
Joe Camba.
It's only,
Look at the scenery here. That looks awesome. I would
That's
go to Maine.
Maine.
I would go to Maine.
I would too.
Oh,
I would too.
man.
I love seafood. That's
I
number.
don't give a shit about seafood. I just I
well-
like the isolation.
Yeah.
This
yeah,
has not
I
been
can
too
see that.
bad for me. The quarantine stuff.
Maney.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I mean, I haven't really been super affected by it. So.
There's the monster words on the wall.
Yeah.
The monster words catechism. So along our time bar here, I think I can see the next ad coming up.
Yeah, we're
pretty
several
soon.
about probably
minutes.
Couple
yeah.
minutes away, probably.
So we'll let you know if that happens again. And then you can, if you're watching,
Like, well,
home,
it's like
pause
it cuts out for an ad to come through, but the ad doesn't come through. So your ad blocker does work.
It-
It just
yeah.
doesn't negate the block.
some of the it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
But you can definitely rent this movie on Amazon for $3 or $4, $3.99, I think it was what it was. Or check out the link in the description below. That might not be fully set up right at this minute. If you're watching the live stream, it will be tomorrow. If you're watching anytime after the live stream. Oh yeah, we see some little fog town,
Yep. Is the dog in the fog?
fog
On a log?
horns.
Fog on the log in the hole in the bottom
Leghorns.
of the sea. Let me get that out.
Halloween. So this is supposed to be taking place over 4th of July, like weekend, and like the week after, kind of thing. I don't know if it's how they're actually playing it movie wise, but book wise.
There he is. The doggo.
You know, Brett, maybe say, you're looking sick. How about we take you to the vet? You know,
Well,
mom,
let's-
dad.
I mean, he can tell something's definitely wrong, right? I mean, he's like, dude, chill, bro. I'm your
It's
guy.
my boy.
I mean,
I'm your
My
guy.
boy's the one that hurt me.
Boom. Big. I'd say the audio on this is solid.
Yeah.
The soundscape is big and
Yeah.
menacing when
like
it
that,
needs
like
to be.
the house.
It's
It's a
big,
big house.
That could be menacing too if you light it correctly. It could be a good Halloween house. It's got a Cape Cod style going on. Early colonial. We see Vic's
Okay.
sweet convertible. here.
Sweet ride.
Yeah.
Sweet
Sweet
whip.
wheels.
What was that? Oh shit! They mentioned what kind of car that was, like his sweet ride in the book, and I can't
Um,
remember.
I think this. I don't know if it's a Jag or.
That's
or
the
what.
Jag.
A Jaguar.
Yeah.
Jaguar.
Yeah.
Jaguar.
So next fun fact from IMDb: the dogs featured in the film would often have their tails tied down to their legs because the dogs would be enjoying themselves so much
Oh,
that
yeah,
they would
that
wag their tails during the filming.
That would kill
This
it.
tactic was missed once in editing, where they show Cujo from behind, ready to attack, and his tail is wagging energetically.
All right, and we have hit our next little
Next-
ad wall here, so I will quickly pause our screenshots. It should just take 2 or 3 seconds.
Yeah.
So we
So-
just saw Donna run up to basically calling for Vic to stop, and we're going again. And she runs up
and-
to his car and just lets him know. I ended it with Steve, I just want you to know that before you're gone for 10 days. And Vic's like, I don't really like paying bills either. So I don't think it would do
I'm
that.
not gonna lie. I actually preferred this style of interaction where he just found out earlier that day,
As opposed to like being able to wait on
like
it
2 days, like 2 days to sit and stew, and then you have to leave. I kind of prefer this where it's just, you know what, I'll think about
a
it
lot of
and give him time.
unspoken, and then just kind of a cold departure.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, again, no real major structural changes, just some of the interpersonal workings of timing change things
Yeah.
slightly, but yeah, I'd say it's a good change.
And we don't get the breakdown that Joe is a complete ass to his wife. Like he's an asshole, but like they're going away and everything. We didn't get that whole breakdown of she had to
Yeah.
convince him.
He just seems
to-
like one of those tough, rough around the edges type
Yeah,
fathers. It just seems like he doesn't love people, but I mean, he probably does. He
He's
just
just-
doesn't show it.
Yeah, it probably grew up hard, right? And has to live hard, walk hard, if you will, and
Hard.
not show anything. And so this is where Brett says to his mom, something is wrong with our gigantic dog. But she says, don't tell your dad right now because it'll ruin our trip. So a lot of it's him maybe not being the best husband understood of how
Yeah,
their
something like that
reaction.
would just derail
because
the
you
vacation.
make him stay home.
No,
take care
you
of the
got to stay
dog.
home now. Take
Mhm.
care of this dog.
Look at this cow.
We got a cow walking.
We got a 4-legged cow.
Little fun fact, actually, Cujo was a cow.
5 different cows.
Cowjo.
Cow. And here's Gary. Gary. Oh, Gary.
Gary, not George. I called him George earlier. Gary.
Gary.
There's a couple cans of hams, probably.
Oh, I see one right there. Some more down here. Well, hams action. Let's get a put up a waving hand in the chat if you've ever drank hams before. Because I have. Glenn has. Ben has.
We did it all together when we were
This
celebrating.
looks-
the
this
same
looks
I
like
guess
birthday.
we did. Yeah.
This
you
looks
had
like
it
a different dog
outside?
tail wagging.
Outside of the stream, no, actually, I'd never had it before.
Was his tail wagging there?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Was it?
Man, it looks like a different dog.
This is dog number 3. Ouch! Ouch!
Yeah, you say, come on. Well, he's a drunk, so he's probably
That is
pretty
absolutely a different dog than we've seen yet.
yeah. Well, yeah, it had the playful one. You had to have the rabbit one. Now you got to have the one that could, be trained to attack, like the attack dog.
So we have Gary going inside, grabbing his rifle, which has no bullets in it, and then
He's trying to load the boulets.
yeah, boulet
And the safety's probably on, too.
safety always on.
The dog just busts through
Yeah.
like nobody's business.
Break on through to the other side of that door.
That's actually a Doors song, isn't it?
Yeah,
That was-
actually.
wow, incredible timing for the dog to be breaking through a door by the doors.
I like that you built on my
To the other
pun.
side of the doors.
That means he was
I
actually
didn't
paying
even realize-
attention to your joke.
Yeah.
It's a first. It's a first.
Cheers.
Break on through to the other side of the door by the doors.
To the other side of the doors. Yeah, they definitely don't play him up as much of a douche. They just play him up as a bit harsh, but I mean, he's feeding the dog.
Feeding
and
the dog.
Yeah, and AK puts it good. He was he does love his wife and kid, but he's a douche and is very emotionally abusive to her. Which, yeah, and I could see that.
But I
you
don't know
know,
if we
from the
even
book wise.
see that here.
And I'm not saying they see. I
Yeah.
think she was talking more on the book level.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Gary, get the hell over here.
Gary, what happened to your doors? Yo, Gary. Hey,
Have you heard that new Doors song?
Have you heard that song by the Doors? It's absolutely not this guy.
That's not what he would say.
That is not what somebody would say in this situation. Help, Gary!
Gare Bear?
I like how he was feeding him Purina dog chow. I'll just say that. That's good.
Right. Hey, it's a solid, St. Louis based dog food.
There you go.
Doggy.
We could feed dogs. We could feed every dog in this world. Holy shit.
Oh,
Are you okay?
Shit.
Gary!
That's the most emotion we've seen from Joe entirely.
Well, yeah, it's his
Like,
drinking
book-
buddy.
Book or show. I'm saying book or
Yeah,
movie.
he's gonna-
Like book, they didn't show him being that emotional
Who's he
about
gonna
it. He's like,
enjoy a nice cold hams with?
I know. Not everyone drinks
on a,
hams.
on a warm
Because it's not good.
New England day.
It is a warm New England day. And by that, it's probably like 65.
yeah.
It is funny, like when you have like those relatively hot days. Like we had a day that was 81 or 82 the other day, and it
90. 90. It, hit
didn't
fucking
hit
90.
90. No
Yes, it did.
way.
Yes.
Really?
Because by my
You were out
paperwork
in it.
that I
I
have,
was only outside for a little bit. But
by some paperwork that I have to do, I have to put the temperature down sometimes, and I looked it up. I'm like, 90. Are you fucking kidding me?
it was warm. It was warm.
It was a sleeve roll upper. It was a short sleeve shirt all the way up to the shoulders.
Yeah.
Afternoon.
Holy shit! There's a dog.
Why
Cujo.
Why didn't they say anything before they left for the vacation? I wouldn't have
Oh
let
my
them
God.
go on that vacation if I'd have known the dog was sick.
Those bitches.
I don't
I
make my
hate
damn
my
son
family.
take care. Make him deal with your fucking rabbit ass.
Okay, so I saw this part earlier. He throws the chair away from himself to give Cujo a straight
a-
line. Like use that as like any defense. I don't
Yes. I
understand
think
why
he's
he
probably
flipped the chair,
going for
like, flipped the table.
the diversion.
I guess.
Bum bum bum.
I see a hiney. I think the screenshots are a little bit behind, so I'm bumping ahead. There we
Yeah.
go. I think I'll bite it. I don't know what the hell this song is, but they were singing it earlier too a little bit, I think.
Pulled out the plug and my soul fell out. What? I thought that's what they just said.
Glub.
Uh-oh. Got the alt button going. Signal.
Just a little more to go.
I will say, I have never been to Maine, but this looks a lot more mountainous than I would have considered Maine being. Not that
No,
it isn't, I
no, that
just I
kinda
don't
looks
think
like
of it that way.
The Shawshank Redemption, where he walks up that trail
Yeah.
just to go find that box.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not that way. It's just more, it's more mountainous than I think of when I think of.
See, yeah, for me, I've never been either, but I've always pictured it as more of a, like kind of more of a outstate Missouri style, where it's hilly, like Ozark-ish. It's not quite
south of the Missouri River, though, right?
What's that? Yeah, south of the Missouri River. Like, yeah, not quite into the full-on Ozarks, but like more mountainous and yeah, hilly. That's how I've always pictured.
Hellacious.
Not like Louisiana or specifically New Orleans, which is flat. I mean, I've never been to a more flatter city.
Have you
in my
been
life.
to Missouri north of the Missouri River? It's flat.
Yes, not
do you
like
know,
this.
Do you know why that is? Ooh.
Glacial.
Yep, absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, it stopped at the Missouri. That's what helped create the Missouri River. Was the glacier
That is what
stopped?
created the Missouri River. Big part of it. Yep.
Yep.
God damn it! Car's broken. I wish Daddy would get a new car.
Yeah.
Yeah, me
Oh,
too.
Daddy bought a Jag, and Mommy gets a Pinto.
Oh, come on. I mean, he has to show off. as part of the business expenses.
Yet again, you also have a 7-bedroom fucking mini mansion.
Whoa!
Oh, and there's Cujo to the car.
Yeah, I think that's the same dog 3 that we saw earlier.
Doggo.
Yeah,
I mean,
the one that got Gary.
so Abby was going to try to jump in with us. I haven't heard if she's going to be able to or not, but like this is pretty goddamn terrifying. Like I feel like, and I
You
get
have
where
to-
like reading it is totally different than seeing this. I'm just going to make that point here as being in this situation and having it visually
He's like,
represented
bitch, I know that door's open.
is way more going on than reading about her doing nothing. Reading it, I can see that. Watching this, I'm going to ask her to watch this at least tomorrow, or if she has some time. But I think she might change the way she thinks about
He
it.
got out of my
We'll see.
closet. And...
Yeah, how'd the
Well,
monster get out?
I will say the only thing she probably could have done right there is rolled up the window enough to suffocate the dog.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think she was almost trying to, but then like Cujo kind of rips his head out.
Yeah.
And that is vicious attacking of the window and the. I mean, one, great acting by the dog, like great by the trainers of this dog to get the dog to do this, because he is legitimately going after the glass, which I would imagine that's not easy to do.
No.
Like, and there may be some. Like, I don't think you can really do much with like forced perspective to make the dog look bigger, right? In these scenes that we've seen necessarily.
Yeah, no, but it is helpful that it's again a Saint Bernard who's naturally 200 plus pounds, so it makes it, they don't need to use the trickery as much.
Right. Tad's just falling apart, and
This actually, I mean, I'll say this actually, it's killing it. He's because this is exactly like I have a 3-year-old son, like just a year younger than what Tad is here, and my kid does not quite the outrage or whatever, but my dog Gunner, who's an asshole, will walk past him and like knock him into the wall, and Ramsey Xander freaks out. He just kind of thing, and that's exactly how a kid would act in that situation, and so a shout out to both actors on that and the dog trainer, as you said, because fantastic scene.
Look at this dog makeup too.
Yeah. Oh, another fun fact. The foam around Cujo's mouth was made of a concoction of egg whites and sugar. The dogs caused problems on the set constantly by licking the tasty mixture.
I bet. It's like right up the dog's alley. Starting to show that it's a little warm. She's glistening.
You said it was 65.
Well, yeah, but they're in Maine. They're not used to that kind of heat.
Oh, something in the back. Oh, that was. I was like, there's something in the back seat. See, and so okay, what's our timestamp on this movie? On this right now?
Right at 53:35.
So we have over 30 minutes, 35 minutes.
About 40 minutes.
Of them in the car. And spoilers, sorry for people who haven't read or didn't watch our stream last week, or earlier this week.
I mean, it was 8 hours in the book.
No, it was 29 hours in the book.
I'm saying in audiobook time, Benj.
In audio, okay, yeah, sorry, yeah, sorry, okay.
It was half the book. It was half the book.
But and so we're at almost just shy of half the movie is going to be this, and it's like, oh shit, okay. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna call now. I'm gonna get annoyed with both of them from seeing this interaction.
We'll see how it goes.
And not meaning to. It's gonna be just, what, I just had that feeling, but
yes, I'm fine.
And Tad's just worried about his mom. Why is she losing her shit? I thought you were mad at me. Benj, I'm with you. Like I've lost my temper a couple of times, right? And the kid, even if it's completely unrelated to your child, right? And they feel like it's towards them, right? Because you
Yeah.
you are
Oh, yeah.
you're their universe, and if you're angry, it's likely something that they did in their heads, and it's
Yeah,
almost
exactly.
it almost never is. Sometimes it's like you just did that one tiny thing, and unfortunately things blew up. But and she has so many other things going on too, where if we fucking die here, and Vic has no idea like what's going on, like there's just a lot of turmoil in her life right now, I think, and
Yeah.
some mostly brought on by herself, but she's trying to own up to it, and this is just really bad timing.
Now, and I know this would probably put this over because this has been actually a very good. This is
It's
easily
been
in my.
incredibly well adapted, like
It's a
closely.
yes, it's a great adaptation. I don't know where I would rank it just yet, but so far this has been a great film. And one thing that would put it over the top of cheesiness or campiness, but I wish they could have figured out a way, is get the Cujo mindset. I know they're showing it through action, but get like just an audio track of that's my man, that's my boy.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
that's
tell
that
you
car.
they don't do that.
They don't. No, I know.
just gonna
I know what you're
clarify
saying,
right now
Don't
for
do
you.
that.
I know you're saying I'm glad they don't, and I'm kind of glad they don't
I'm not
either.
saying I'm glad.
'cause
I'm
what
just saying I'm just telling you they don't.
oh no, I know. Well,
Okay.
they haven't yet because we
I'm saying
had
they
the
don't.
inner
I've
monologue.
watched everything from this point on.
Gotcha.
Is my
Yeah,
point.
we had the inner monologue from Cujo in the book wise,
Which
and
was
so
awesome. That was really cool.
and that was my favorite. Yeah, one of my favorite bits. And like I said, I wish they could have figured out a way to pull it off without it being over the top cheesy. But seeing this, it would have put it outside the realm of good filmmaking.
So we got Tatter having to drop some sauce.
Take a little tinkle.
Little tinkle action.
Dog outside.
And I don't think they know where the dog is. They probably saw it lay down, but then
Right the fuck there.
now the phone's ringing again. Who's calling them late at night?
On a school night?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Who's calling Joe or them? Because Joe's not allowing anybody to call, and
Unless it was Gary. Oh,
unless it was
Gary.
Gary.
Hey, you want to drink?
That's what I'm saying. We already know Gary's dead.
You want to have?
So there's no point.
You want to tie one on?
Tie 12 on.
Oh no, it's probably Charity because she's probably calling home to Joe.
Yeah, that is likely
Yeah,
what that is.
that's-
Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
we're on our vacation. The dog's sick, so if you want to deal with that.
I don't know that we jumped to
Conclusions.
Charity and Brett's perspective on this at all. We haven't seen
We
them
might
since
not.
they left.
No,
I don't think
they're
we get
very
that side of it.
underplayed.
See that? Like, just look at that fucking dog. You're not gonna get out of that car. You're
No,
you're
fuck
not
no.
getting out of that car.
So
like,
he's staring you
no.
down from.
he's
the
right
porch.
there.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I would say at some point I probably would, but I've like me personally have had training in dealing with rabid and animals in general. So and I wouldn't have a problem shoving a shank through the fucking dog's eye.
she doesn't have that though. Like
I know she does, and that's what I'm saying. In her situation, like
Yeah,
putting myself in her place, it's understandable the choices she makes. I
that
wasn't
honestly is
upset
where
with
I
her.
was the whole time reading it in the book. I was like, man, she in her head
Yeah,
is fucked. She is tromboned right now, and she feels like she has no options because guess what? She wakes up and the dog is at the window.
right there. Oh, what can I do? Can I get out?
She looks a
real
lot
quick?
like Cersei Lannister
No.
right there. I'll just say that.
yeah,
that
yeah.
shot at least. The short hair,
uh-huh.
post shame.
Season 7, yeah.
Yep, post shame.
Post shame.
I said Cersei. I'm hoping Phantom D Saint shows up.
Is that?
If he does, I'll-
that's,
we have to say Cersei 3 times. We've
that's
not
what's,
said it before.
what's his
so.
face? Or is that just
that
another
Brett?
kid?
I think this is just male
some
kid. I think this is just
Oh, okay.
random
Yeah, because
extra
that's,
male
that's
kid.
their
the
house.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right
That's
off
an
the
awesome house.
coast. Yeah, you want to go to Maine?
Absolutely. Is that okay?
Well, you can't go right now.
Who's stopping me?
The coronavirus. And the sad.
And we're on ad break. So,
Click the
Stephen
pause
King
button.
cites this film as having the most effective scare of any of the movies based on his works, referring to the jolting scare when Cujo first leaps at the passenger window of the car. I can almost agree with that. There's
Say
been a
that one
couple
more
jump
time.
scares in the brand new It that even got me. I wasn't expecting. So, but I could see that up until the point. Yeah, absolutely. This had one of the bigger jump scares for a long time.
I think this has been pretty well designed as not being over the top with that kind of thing, but there are some, because that's kind of the nature of how it's written too. It's I don't
Yeah.
know where the dog is, and then all of a fucking sudden, here it is. And it's in your
Yeah.
face. So she's trying to ration out the water and food. And
Mm-hmm.
can I have my monster words back? Oh, look at that great screen cap right there. I literally just set it on a every 30-second thing, so these are all
Yeah.
luck. No monsters hiding in Ted's closet. It's too small in there. Oh,
So
there's
she
the
looks.
A
baseball.
She
bat.
sees the bat. Yeah.
She's sweating. This is kind of a callback to The Sandlot, where you gotta try to pickle the beast.
You know, seeing this now, I kind of wonder how much Sandlot was actually kind of inspired by Cujo. You know, because Sandlot was what, 93, 92,
Yeah,
93?
yes.
So, those filmmakers were probably, had seen this movie, and it would make sense to use this style of dog. So that was a Saint Bernard as well.
All of the screenwriters
No, that wasn't
were 9 years old when they
that
wrote
wasn't a Saint
Sandlot,
Bernard.
so they weren't born when this movie came out. I'm joking.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Glenn?
Sandlot wasn't a Saint Bernard?
No, it was a
No, it was an
Mastiff.
English Mastiff
bull,
Okay,
or
that's
a bull mastiff.
Okay.
Hercules, the beast.
Yeah,
gorilla
yeah,
dog.
Hercules the Beast. That's right. Fair.
Here's-
Oh, we missed something. Tad has a stuffed Saint Bernard in his room, clearly seen in the first bedroom scene.
Oh, was there?
Yeah.
I wonder if that's what in his mind when he's seeing monsters, and then, how did
Yeah.
the monster get out of my closet? If he's just mentally
But-
rearranging things on that. So this is
Oh, so
the
the-
mail office saying that Camber's postponed all their mail for now.
Yeah.
I guess Joe was just saying, I don't want to get any fucking mail while my wife's out. That's for her to deal with.
Because they didn't really mention that he was going out of town, or
I
that he
don't
was
think he
taking a
was,
stag
was
trip
he?
to Boston.
Oh, was that mentioned?
I don't think
Not-
no, that's what
not
I'm saying,
really
I don't
in the
think he
movie.
was.
No.
Maybe he was going to Gary's house to
Gary's.
say like,
I like
hey,
the antlers over the door. I didn't see those earlier.
yeah.
Couple racks on the door, if you will.
Answer it, dog.
See, now at this point, I'm like, okay, so sound is causing the dog to freak out.
Boom. He lays himself out headbutting this car door.
Yeah.
That is life torpedo right there. And here it is again. Bam.
Boom, knocks
Takes
off
the handle off, and
handle.
now the driver's side door is fucked. Go for the bumper. Go for the bumper. Kill them all.
That just would have been so ridiculous. Like that would have been.
It would have been.
It would have been too funny.
hilarious. It would have been hilarious.
Wham!
Wow.
Slightly shattered the safety glass on the passenger door.
On the Pinto.
It's
Pinto
it's
passenger.
splintered. Pinto passengers. Rip the door handle
Was he
off
still
the
on the
passenger
driver's
side.
side door there? Or was
No,
that
was passenger side.
Okay.
Cersei Lannister looks at the damage.
And it's not like this car is already a piece of shit.
It's not looking great now.
The Kelly Blue Book value just continues to go down by all this damage the dog is doing.
Right there, I could see the tail tied down.
Could you? I was looking away
like
for a second.
like it was like the upper half of the tail, like the bottom half was still wagging
Oh yeah.
as he jumped down, and like
Scenes like that where she's just in there with Tad and he's crying and like I don't know. I feel that like this is
Yeah.
helpless.
oh yeah. See, and like, but what I was gonna say
Here's
is
the
like
professor.
it in that moment I would be like, okay,
Oh.
sound is freaking the dog out. Tad, you start honking the horn as I go out the passenger side door or whatever, and just keep honking, honking, honking. I'm gonna make a run for the bat or the door or something, you know.
Maybe.
But again, it's that the mentality of fight or flight, and right now she's in complete flight mode, but
Oh,
can't
yeah.
go anywhere.
And he is sweating his ass off.
Yeah. Yeah. You're even like a second ahead of me on
This
that
is
one. Luke.
probably.
That was actually just the screenshot that went
Oh, gotcha.
earlier.
Popped up. Gotcha. Okay, fair enough.
I'm sure Ace Ventura, when nature calls, got the inspiration of when he's in the rhino.
In the rhino. Oh wow, mommy, look, the rhino's giving birth. Awesome. The look at the end. Oh man. Everyone loves Slim.
Good point, AK. You can't really do that. Well, you make sure they're all rolled up and stuff, but yeah, the window could break or give while Tad's doing that. So
I would say like
that's a good point.
The when he walked over, and I was gonna say it's a little odd that he chose to rip on the door handle, but I mean he's just going for anything he actually get his teeth on, right? It's not like he knows that's the door handle and he's trying to open the door. It's just this is something I can actually get my teeth around. And
In his mind, I would say my dog actually would know what a door handle is because like he sees me reach for like the door handle. He's like, oh, he's like, door's opening. That's how you open the fucking door. I just can't do it, kind of thing. So I'd say he might know what a car handle door is, but at this point, his mentality, he's just go with what you said.
Door's
it's
open.
something there to bite.
She popped the driver's side door open. She has her hand wrapped up. I don't know if she's getting ready to punch through some glass. I don't quite understand why her hand is wrapped up, other than like
Maybe she's got a cut or something. Or
does she though?
I don't know.
Maybe, or maybe
Did he
she
catch her through the window when he popped in the first time?
she just did it. Like she just wrapped it all up as almost like you're getting ready to like punch glass, or if you're going into
maybe
a
a
fight,
hopeful, a protective.
yeah. If I have to punch him in the head, hopefully I can avoid getting scraped on a tooth.
Or if he gets his teeth on me, I can slip my hand out of the,
So this is the scene where she doesn't know where he's at all, and we can see that he's right in front of the car.
He's in the house with you. He's calling from upstairs.
I still think this is done pretty well. It's done pretty well. Oh, wait a second. Hesitation kills the barfly.
He who hesitates is lost.
Thank you, Captain Wittershins.
I have to get a reference in every about 3 months.
Happens pretty often. Oh, Spilch.
Spilch.
Argus Spilch.
Yeah. See, and so here he bites her. So now she.
I don't think he
is
has
infected.
yet. There's
right there. He got her.
I don't think so.
She's bleeding.
That's blood from him. He's covered in blood. I say that because watch what happens. Because I was thinking the same thing earlier. I think she was successfully defending enough. This is where I think it's the man in the costume, the behind scene, the behind shot. But maybe
right there.
not. Yeah. Well, I don't know. No.
Yeah.
No, they just let the dog attack this lady.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Whack! Thermos to the brain.
Thermostat.
There you go.
That's probably the mechanical head, like
in the door
like
there
with the bite. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's pretty vicious. He's latched on. He's got skirt now, and he's
trying
playing
to
tug
rip
of
off
war.
the skirt just like Steve would try to do.
That's right. I mean, just think if Cujo showed up with a trombone, we could really just close this deal. Discount Cersei is a damn fighter. She fights him off. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I want to say it was AK in our chat on Wednesday though that with the ongoing and everything, I kind like the sadist in me would have kind of preferred them to make it like 2 or 3 more days longer to see like the rabbit effects take hold of her over like Tad.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like
It was AK that said that. Like, think of how that would
Yeah.
turn out.
yeah, like I'd almost kind of like wouldn't mind of seeing that shit.
That AK, she's pretty clever. What did you think of the spinning camera transition? To me, that felt like, hey, we have this cool idea. Let's just throw it in there somewhere.
We're literally we are in a bottle episode of a movie. We have one location. Let's make this shit cool. You know?
What's this guy's name? It's his
And this is
partner.
Roger.
Roger.
This is Roger.
Rabbit.
Roger Pedactor. I brought
Is
it back.
that the name?
I brought it. No, that's
Oh,
That's
okay.
the guy from Ace Ventura.
that's Ace Ventura,
Oh,
the first
nice.
one, right? Roger Pedactor.
Roger Pedactor.
Triple pane, soundproof glass. Ah, ah.
What's your point, Ventura?
The neighbor across the
Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel. Einhorn's man.
Maybe she's spending the night with a friend. Oh, I'm sorry I said that.
Ooh, yeah, that was rough.
Maybe she's cheating on you, Joe.
Maybe she's just blowing the guy with the
Or-
trombone. Who the fuck keeps a trombone in on the floor?
she's-
I will not get over
She's
that.
sleeping with the trombone player.
No one sleeps with a trombone. That's like the bassist. No one sleeps with a trombone player. Hey, why don't you be like a bass and be inaudible?
Oh, so you're playing bass in the band? So you have strong arms from carrying all their shit, right?
Right. That's good. So wow, so you're pretty tough for doing all the heavy lifting of carrying everyone's stuff.
And carrying every fucking song. But sure. There's no song without a bass
different. Oh, there's plenty. Different.
What's that?
Different conversation.
Yeah. I know. I still just want to pet him. Like, this is-
a good
This is the dog I would be personally like not offended. Like, I'd be heartbroken because I just want to get out and pet the damn thing. Just come, let me get your stitches. Come on, give me those bellies. Oh, come on.
Hey, whack. Snap.
Stop it. Get the stick, put it around their nose.
Yeah.
Knock it off.
Next morning.
Yeah, so now we are on day 3. Yes.
Of the story?
No, this is day 3 of in the car.
Not in
They
the
showed up in the
movie.
after. Yes, they showed up in the afternoon. They've already spent one night there.
Have they?
Then
I don't think
yes.
they have.
yes,
I don't know that they have. But Tatter's starting
He's struggling.
to
Yeah.
heat stroke, right?
this is
Stroke.
yeah.
Stroke. I will say, like, for a child actor, I think Tad does pretty well. Truly.
Yeah, and I know we skipped The Shining. So you guys didn't watch Shining last month, or we didn't. And Tad here to me is way better than Danny, who played in The Shining, especially in the Kubrick version. Um, you know, trying to think. Salem's Lot, the kid who played, what's his name? The kid that was way too smart.
The
He was
12-year-old
decent.
general.
Yeah, yeah, he was
I don't
decent.
know. I was pretty drunk and not paying attention.
Yeah, same.
I don't think we did a great job with that one.
No, that was a bad one. I think that we've done actually a good job with this one so far. We still got a few minutes to get hammered.
So, a time check if you're watching at home. We are right at 1:15:15. 1 hour, 15 minutes.
So here comes Steve to
Here
the
comes
house.
Steve in control. Excuse me. Anybody home?
How about I just rub one
Hey,
out on
is
your
any-
comforter?
Is anybody home?
Donna. Donna, prima sera. So there are times where the music has felt slightly soap opera. It's only
Yeah.
when Steve is on screen is when I
Yeah.
noticed it.
No, and you're not wrong about that. It's that soap opera. It's
Like
that
the-
80s.
The Young and the
early
Restless or
80s.
something?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Young and the Restless, General Hospital. I mean, it's
Like the cliffhanger.
yeah, it's like "Boodaloo-doo," which I wonder how much like there's probably a lot of working on both. Honestly, that developed that over time, and it's
Oh,
just
I'm sure.
the industry standard of, hey, here's
Yeah.
drama. This
Because
is a
now
bit
it's getting.
different now, but
Yeah. Yeah, because now we've gone to the creepy music. Like we
Right.
started with the
It's
Steve
more thriller.
romantic. Yeah, this is more.
so we're seeing Vic show up at the house, seeing what
Yeah.
Steve
yeah.
did around the place.
Stevie Steve.
There's Bannerman.
I said yes.
So we get this them trying to figure out, investigation wise what's going on. What's going on? What's going on? And I feel like it's overall straightforward. Bannerman is just like, "Hey, where's her car? I don't know. I told her to go to Camber's at some point. When was that? I don't know.
So maybe it's a Camber's.
I'll go check it out." Like it just fucking happens right away, as opposed to like an hour of back and forth.
Yeah.
Maybe it's at the Camber's.
Which I think that's maybe not the best part in the book, where they're doing this investigation, but they're asking legitimate questions. But
Yeah.
it's tough being where we know that like someone's asking the right question and they're ignoring that, which I think that's probably incredibly realistic in investigations at times. Like if you knew the full story, it's obvious, right? But how often is that the fucking case? So Bannerman shows up at the Camber's place. Look at that cop car. Good looking car. There's Bannerman. Look at that. You see his face in the screen cap got.
Good.
It's not a good one.
It looks like somebody just farted or something.
He's letting one go right now.
And he's
So,
like, oh,
Luke, do you know
God.
what kind of car that is?
It looks like an old Caprice to me.
That is an old Caprice. Yep.
You would know.
I would. I very much would. That is
It's a
probably
piece-
actually a new Caprice for the time. That's
Oh,
probably like
yeah.
an 82,
Yeah, I would say so.
an 82, 83.
Those lights are even.
So, and which
newer.
were, actual cop cars, like well-built cop cars.
Damn.
He disarms, the dog disarms.
Yeah,
The
it
cop
goes right
pretty
for the gun
quickly.
hand.
Come on, Bannerman. Blockhead. Oh, that's a good screenshot. Look at that dog. Oh, he's a good puppy.
Nah, I gotta say the captain. I'll disagree with K on that one, and the sheriff fucking up just like George did. I'm not gonna say he fucked up on that. He could not known have what. Oh well, the fuck up was not calling in the plate when he sees the car there. That is the fuck up. If that's what you're talking about, I'll give you
fuck
that.
up.
Well,
But
there's
not
also
calling it in.
there's
the
also
handle
blood
of
on
the
the
dog,
car.
they're he's doing everything he fucking can right now.
They should have noticed blood on the car coming up.
Yeah.
He should. As soon as there was
Hey,
evidence of foul
something's
play,
wrong.
right? Oop,
Eddie.
Eddie.
break.
So I'm gonna pause. Oh, I'm getting some weird.
Oh,
It was
so the director Louis Teague was actually recommended by Stephen King himself after seeing Teague's previous film Alligator. So that's a good, and I can see that. Like,
I have to click buttons. Sorry. What was that? Yeah, Lulu. The car that Donna and Tatter in is absolutely a Pinto. The police cruiser that shows up was a Chevy Caprice.
classic.
Caprice Classic.
Caprice
PD
Classic.
edition.
Yes.
Oh, Ted. 8585. Know that for trivia, Benj. Just saying.
All right, fair
That was his cruiser number.
enough.
Oh, please, not now. And so
See, and now
go ahead.
one thing, Luke. He's even in the book. Like when he goes into the seizure mode and everything like that. It would have been nice, like early in the book, for him to like have previous signs of having seizures
I
or
don't think
something
it's
like
anything
that.
to do with a pre-existing condition.
Yeah, like
It's
a
heat
like it makes
stroke.
sense. He's having heat stroke, and you do have seizures and everything, regardless. But it's the kind of reverse checkoff gun of this is something completely out of left
don't-
field.
I don't know. I feel like you don't need it. I feel like it's just it raises the stakes of how dire what they're in is. For me, at least, this is something that's on set because of the situation, entirely because
Yeah.
of where they're at, as opposed to he's always had this thing going on where he has a pre-existing condition that he has epilepsy or whatever. And I think because it was created from this circumstance, it makes it that much more powerful to me as to why she does what she does, I think.
That's fair. No, and I'm not saying it's wrong at all. I'm not saying it's a bad directing or writing choice. I just wouldn't have minded like a pre-existing kind of thing built into it. But I do exactly understand your point
This stopped for some
perfectly.
Oh, and there's a
Stand by.
stupid fucking ads. That's some game that was the ad when I opened this up. War gems or something. It's like
Oh,
incredibly
I saw a different word on
sexualized.
there before cunt or before world.
Excuse me?
Sexualized anime or whatever.
Yeah, it was like anime war gems, I think was the name of the game.
Thank you, AK. That's what I saw too. And yeah,
Oh.
that is actually a Jag. I mean, that's I didn't really get a great shot or look at it earlier.
I don't
in the
think
movie.
we really do until now. It was me seeing it earlier
Yeah.
today that I
But
knew.
I mean,
it's a good
look
looking
at what
car.
I can remember that. So they have both cars like dead on.
There have not been, I will say, any structural changes to the narrative
No,
at all.
no. They took every good part of. They took all of the plot of the book and made it a movie, which is all you needed to do.
I think maybe seeing Brett's side could have done something, but I don't think it adds much.
Fair.
I don't think it's much of a
No.
loss. I mean, I think he was a good kid, and we got that, but I don't think it would have hurt to have a little bit more, I guess. And a little bit
Well,
more
just to
of Vic in New York, because he basically just left right away. He didn't call and have the police start doing it. He showed up and discovered it, right? That's probably been the biggest change, was him just leaving New York.
But again, that's
to come
more
back.
that's more cutting out character development to getting to plot, which, as we talked about, or as I had said, I care more about. And
Yeah, I'll say
Yeah,
this
so
especially for a movie. It's a good change. You change
Yeah.
your name to Latrine.
Yeah, I have a few thoughts, but we'll wait till the end.
So she's making a go for it again. She opened the door. She's
I
getting
think she's
out.
going. She run for the house this time? Or is she going for
She
the
is
bat?
out of the car, closed the door. Her leg is fucked up.
Yeah.
So our dad was, I'll use the word mauled by a Rottweiler in the course
Yep.
of work 20 years ago. At this
Probably
point.
about that. Yeah, I
Probably
forgot about
before
that.
that. Probably 25 years ago. No, probably 22,
was probably
22 years
yeah.
ago or so. And got him on the back of the leg as he was jumping a fence, and he was out of work. He couldn't fucking walk. I mean,
Yeah.
he was fucked up. And this dog, who was rabid, that dog was just a bitch. That dog was just a piece of shit that bit my dad. But
yeah, that was like basically my dog now that did it. Just a dick.
yeah. And this dog is rabid and just in killer mode.
Yeah,
Got
he's in
her
pain. I mean,
all
he's
over
in
the
pain.
quadricep.
He does not know. You know, all he knows is there's somebody here that caused me to be in this pain.
Oh, look at
You know,
that.
that's all.
That's a double.
You gotta pickle the beast.
Pickle the beast. She's pickling him by playing pickle.
Nope.
Ooh.
Bad broke.
Broken handle. Is it corked?
Damn it, look. I was about to
What
go
are you
there.
saying? Is this Sammy Sosa? Oh, stabbins.
Now, I wonder, do they go for the eye shot like in the book? Or nope, it goes under the jaw.
All right, now get off of me.
Kind of would have liked the eye shot, not gonna lie.
She kind of hit him in the eyes earlier in that big scrap in the car, I think, was how she got him off him, but...
Yeah, but the end of the, book-wise, she jams that thing right through his eye socket.
Yeah. So now she's stuck out of the car. The driver's side doesn't work. There's no handle on the passenger
You
side.
gotta break the glass.
She has a gun in her hands.
Tad, open up.
You were hitting it and not the
No, it is like glancing blows that she's going for, isn't it? It's like,
well, I
like
was
a
saying,
slash.
like again, I've had training in where to strike a window to break it. You don't hit it right at the middle there. That's like, a pretty actual strong point. You go for like a corner shot because that's where the glass is strained and you can get it to go a lot easier.
Yeah,
All right,
good
JD.
reminder, JD. After our stream is over, please jump over to JD's stream.
Yeah, JD, send me that link. I'll throw it up in the chat as soon as you get it set up.
And then what'd you say, Luke? That Pornhub is after that.
I did not say that.
You're gonna put a link.
I'm putting no links. I'll say that. This movie, I felt like we timed it. For some reason, I feel like it's gone a little bit longer. Maybe it took us a little bit longer to get started.
Yeah, we took a little long.
Sorry about that.
Trying to figure out that.
But definitely jump over to JD's stream. Great chat going on there with AK and JD here in a few minutes.
Yeah.
No,
we only
actual
got probably,
cows.
5 minutes left of
actual
movie.
cows.
Oh yeah, no, we are counting down 5 minutes at most.
Yep.
So she's trying a form of CPR,
C3PR.
C3PR on Tad, who's seemingly heat stricken and out of it, and
yeah, oh shit,
It worked.
she saved him. Different than the book, which I saw
Def-
AK's comment in our chat that I think he makes it in the movie. So I was a bit spoiled seeing that.
And I missed that in the chat, so I'm glad no. It only make me happy if Donna did die then. But it's an 80s
But
movie.
guess what? Here comes fucking Cujo, because she didn't double tap.
didn't.
She hasn't seen Zombieland.
She didn't finish the job.
This is dog number 5 for sure.
Yeah, those are the bigger teeth. Like,
Mm-hmm. This is like the impressive teeth dog,
Boom.
yeah,
covered in blood, so you don't have to worry about it. We got some French horns, which maybe are well, I guess they're really just horns, but maybe that's supposed to be the trombone, you know?
yeah. Now we didn't get the SOS style horn honking, which
We get Vic showing up
we too.
straight ahead, but not like while she's killing the dog. Like this is clearly after the fact. Yeah, they just look fucked up.
Yeah. She's like, take this fucking asshole out of my arms right now.
I don't think she was saying
Kidding.
it that way.
Kidding.
But
I know.
that's the end. It's just
That's the.
transferring. Like they just leave it at that. It's just, hey, I guess
I'm actually okay with that ending. So, all right, I'm gonna jump into since I'm actually technically the host of this one this week or this month. Luke, if you want to pause it so I don't have the audio playing over.
I mean,
like in my ears, you know.
Oh, I have to deal with the pop up. Give me a second.
Anyway, so I'm gonna say my final thought really quick. I liked this 100 times more than the book, and I think it was pretty obvious just the way I was talking through the whole thing. I actually did enjoy this movie because it moved the plot forward. You felt who every character was. Yes, is there some plot holes or open ends like what happens with Steve? Nobody fucking knows. Kind of get the same thing in the book.
They
though.
mentioned it. They caught him. The cops said they caught him, and that's just it.
Yeah. Like in the book, wise. Yeah, they caught him,
here,
and he's
in here.
They
say,
did. Oh,
yeah,
they did say they.
in
I
that
missed
police
line.
scene. They say we caught him, and he had pretty much admitted to everything. And the detective's like, you know what? I believe him, and they just leave it at that. They don't leave it as he has them because it doesn't make sense. He's like, he admitted even to coming in here and fucking the place up and said that they weren't here, and they just leave it at that. Of he's
okay.
He's in trouble for other reasons, but at that's the point where Vic goes on the run off to Camper's place.
Gotcha.
When he's like,
fair enough.
Okay, well, what happened to Bannerman? You haven't fucking heard? Are you kidding me? So he just takes off and drives out. That was that other, like the second police scene that we had, I guess.
Fair. No, and I kind of, I think we were chatting during
I think we
that
were.
moment. And
again, I'm glad I watched this ahead of time because I would have missed that.
I'm going to make a rule. One of us has to watch this has to watch the movie ahead of time.
Yeah, no, I think it was better. I think it was better.
Yeah, because at least one person knows what's going on and can kind of help. Like next month is Pet Sematary. I've seen that a dozen times. I love that movie, so that's fine. Yeah, I honestly did enjoy this. I think this is one of the few times, in my opinion at least, the movie is better than the book. The book drones on and on and on. Yeah, you get character building, but there's not a lot of plot, and you don't get the visual. Like King writes well, but he on this one he just kind of phoned it in. Honestly, on the writing of the car scenes and the terror. I mean,
coked it in.
Like
coked it in.
Yeah, coked it in.
Glenn, what'd you think of the movie?
You know, it was kind of one of your run of the mill Stephen King movies that you would see, and I'll just leave it at that.
Did you enjoy it?
Like I said, it was just one of your.
Classic motherfuckers
run of the mill.
And I like that factoid, Lulu. She called out. I'm gonna assume I apologize if I'm not. Stupid factoid. First child killed in a film was Frankenstein in 1931.
Kid had it coming, unfortunately.
Probably. Well, it's a little girl, so maybe not the one that tried to befriend the monster.
Yikes!
If it's the one I'm thinking of, but it's
overall,
anyway.
I thought this was an incredible adaptation. Like very, very true to the book. Which I was a fan of the book. I really, really was, and I think this only enhances the book. I think it is better. I do. I think it simplifies a few things, which it was a very visual book that you have to make a little bit of putting yourself in that character's mindset jumps to really get it, I think. And I can see that if you're just going through it and looking for a book that's going to jump out at you, this maybe isn't the one, right? It's not. It takes some It takes some like commitment and effort.
Gumption.
It takes some gumption to put
Yeah.
yourself in it and feel it. But I think the movie, it was a book that was made for a movie, right? To me,
Yes.
And I
Yeah.
think the movie killed it. The slight changes that happened, I was all for. There was nothing that changed thematically
The story at all.
There was nothing
Yeah.
that changed structurally that is detrimental to what happens in the book. The overall arcs, the overall structure, 100% pure to me.
Exactly.
I
No, I-
appreciated this movie quite a bit.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you on that. And like I said, this is honestly because I've seen, like I said, I've seen bits and pieces of it when I was a kid. I didn't know the whole movie, and I absolutely like watching this right now. Even with us talking and chatting over, I absolutely love this. It's gonna easily be in my top 5 of favorite Stephen King movies of all time. At this moment,
It's a good
of all
one.
the ones
I
I've seen, and I've seen
appreciate
a
it.
lot of them. This is probably in my top 5 of them, and it's it was well done. I would love. I'm not gonna lie. You really can't top it. Everything hit perfectly. I would love like an updated version to modern times. Like this
I would not
be
be
one.
surprised if that happens in the next 2 or 3 years. Honestly,
Yeah,
I would say
I could
this
see
is
a
probably a
reboot
big.
coming.
Yeah,
I don't think it would be good. I don't think it would match this. Like
yeah, I could see that.
like they would CGI it. They would try to
No, they would actually
overplay.
kill people, is what it is.
Yeah. And so it's one like I don't want to see a reboot of it, but I can see that, and I'll still go see it. Like, see, after seeing this, I'd still absolutely go watch that movie.
Glenn, any
But
final thoughts?
No, I think we're good.
Benj, final thoughts?
final thoughts. Thank you guys for hanging out. We appreciate it, and join us next month for Pet Cemetery.
Yeah,
we
check
will
us
be
out on
doing.
Twitter and Instagram at Floats Down Here. Send us a digital balloon or a digital dog treat for this one at Floats Down Here at gmail.com. Check out this show and all of our shows at thepodcastthat.com. Make sure you subscribe to our channel here at Drawbridge Media for Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, Outlander, more Harry Potter, a bunch of Stephen King, and a bunch more, especially where you'll know Glenn from Roles, Plays, and Games. We got a lot of things going on, so make sure you subscribe to this channel. We truly, truly appreciate it. Give us a like, leave us some comments there. And also check us out on Patreon at patreon.com/stayimaginary to find out all the ways you can help support us and join our wonderful Imaginary Legion. Until next month when we continue our movie streams, and it might actually be sooner than that as we do Shining potentially next week. Teaser, we'll see.
It's possible.
A little catch-up stream, if you will.
Yeah.
Catch-up stream. Is that? Anyway, we'll see you next time. And
You'll
until
float
then,
too.
You'll float
You'll
too.
float too.
And stay imaginary.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
The podcast that floats down here.
Hi, I'm Melissa, your Stephen King veteran.
Hi, I'm Ben, the Stephen King and horror film fanboy.
And hello, I'm Luke, your first-time Stephen King reader.